Studio.
Hey, what's happening, Omari?
There he is, the dean of the class, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony B.
Hey, please put me in the wide. I gotta say hi to my guy, Tony B. Welcome to Converge. I'm so glad that I don't know, they don't see me, but that's okay. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Before we get started, Trey, let me say hello to you and Happy New Year to the both of you. Just continue the amazing, wonderful work that you're doing on Converge. I can't see you, Trey. What's up?
We're waiting for the ride.
Sorry, I don't have that capability. Hi. Welcome, Tony B. I'm excited to hear about the event tonight, and it's great that you guys are doing something around mental health.
Well, I've got something though. So set this up. Tony B's here, so we got to have our act together. So I'll set something up here. It's just a minute long. We'll play this, and we're gonna let Tony hop in on the other side of it and do all the additional explaining. And why this dude got the best voice in radio? This is
Rainier Avenue Radio, broadcasting a mental health town hall meeting. Thursday, January 14th, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. King County Councilmember Girmay, Zahilay, and the National Alliance on Mental Illness present a mental health town hall meeting. Panelists discuss the racial, historical, and generational trauma combined with the effects of these tumultuous times on the mental health of Black. Tune in Thursday, January 14th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Mental health town hall meeting. You deserve to be heard and understood. Listen on Rainier Avenue Radio or watch on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Let's come together, support each other, and let our voices be heard. Thursday, January 14th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. A mental health town hall live. Thursday, January 14th, 6 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Hey.
Tony B. Okay, so tell us, man. I mean, I think we all know why it's important, but I think it's important for our viewers to know, especially right now, man. Why did you decide to put this mental health event together? What was the catalyst for that?
Well, first, I didn't put it together. It was the National Alliance of Mental Illness and King County Councilmember Girmay, Zahilay, who contacted me about it a few weeks ago, and I said, hey, this is a great idea. It's really needed. This is something that we would love to be involved in, that we have to be involved in. There are so many stigmas attached to mental health in the Black community, and we have persevered as a group of people for hundreds of years, despite all of the various oppressions and systemic things put in place to hold us down. It's become just kind of part of who we are. But that doesn't mean that it's not impactful and that we still don't need to openly discuss and share how we're feeling during these times. And then you add on, of course, a global pandemic, and then you add on, again, the systemic oppression that's been taking place, and then what happened on Wednesday. And it's funny, Omari and Trey, after it happened, and I'm sure you said the same thing. I said it's going to take them about give them an hour or two before they start blaming this on Black people. And sure enough, that became the topic of conversation. Unverified things that were put out about the summer, and again, just unverified. But what does that do to our mental health? When this is an additional burden that we have to carry along with everything else. So hopefully, tonight there will definitely be some folks, professionals, to discuss these issues. And then the other thing about it is, when you're looking for answers to your mental health, you also want to talk to somebody who's professional, who has an understanding of what it means to be Black. And so in a nutshell, that's why these conversations are critical. The most important piece of it, I believe, is for people to call in and comment and share what they're feeling right now, share what they're doing. Even for the both of you, what has this done to your mental health? You know, the community responsibility that you have taken on and that you are engaged in, and making sure that you provide information consistently to people. This taxes us, and we have nowhere to go, no repercussion, and you know, for it happening to us. And so at the very least, we're going to try to get together and discuss it and open up, you know, the potential of people saying, okay, you know what, I don't have to be, in particular for our Black women, we don't have to be super women. We're human. We're dealing with a lot. And it's okay to say, hey, this is a lot. And for our Black men who are under the pressure that we've always been under, and on top of that, still feeling those same level of responsibilities that traditionally Black men have to fill specific roles, it's okay, you know, right now with this pressure. And let's share this. Let's talk about it. Let's open up and talk about how we're feeling. You know, that word, feelings. You know?
Yeah, you know, I just want to say, Tony, I mean, you're absolutely right here with regard to, you know, having people that are professionals that look like us, because honestly, they bring that perspective into their work when you're talking about mental health. So how were you able to bring so many great folks together for this, you and the association? I mean, I think this is very important and it's very timely, Tony. Absolutely.
Well, for one thing, you know, there's been the safety net that people found out was not a safety net is completely gone. And in particular, for Black people, our infrastructure, where do we find our information? And so through Rainier Avenue Radio and our, you know, attempt to connect people statewide, I've been working with people in Vancouver, Washington, in Yakima County, in Spokane Valley, and you name it, in Kitsap, in Edmonds, because we're all suffering from the same thing. But because we're not connected, thank goodness for entities like Rainier Avenue Radio and Converge. Otherwise, we'd still be relying heavily, you know, and nothing against mainstream media. They're doing what they do. But that we have some sort of connection to the fact that we are all enduring similar stresses during this time. And so it's just been a matter of getting together with a number of different people, sharing ideas, sharing commentary. Those who are working on behalf of, in particular, what they call BIPOC communities. You know, I don't really get all these new acronyms and statements, but I guess they're valuable if that makes people understand that Black people are suffering along with other people of color. And trying to make sure that we use these mechanisms to get the word out, for one, so that we know we're not alone in dealing with this. Now, the other part of that is then what are we going to do about it? How do we do about it? Part of it is going to be saying, okay, when and how can we rely on these infrastructures that are supposed to be in place? We're not the indigenous community. We don't have sovereignty. So we have no control over our destiny. And if our government is not going to help us with that, then we just have to make sure that we share information with each other and fend for ourselves.
Right on. So Tony B, the dean of the class.
Absolutely.
You know, for sure, which is always good when Tony is on here. Tony, tell everybody 6:00 exactly where they need to go to tune in.
We're broadcasting on Rainier Avenue Radio, so you can go to our Facebook page and watch and listen live. You can go to our YouTube page and watch and listen live. You can go to our Twitch feed and watch and listen. You can go directly to our website at RainierAvenueRadio.world where you can listen, or you can search the Rainier Avenue Radio app, download it, it's free, and you can watch and listen with one click, whether you're Apple or Google. You can even tell your smartphone, you can tell Alexa, Rainier Avenue Radio, and that'll be from 6 to 7:30. That's tonight at 6:00. And you can find out that you can hear. And really what this is going to take is the engagement from you, the listener. Where's my finger go? Okay, you. Because that's what we need to hear. We need to hear from our community about what's going on with you, about the issues that you're having, whether it be, you know what, on top of all this, I'm still trying to put my child in school and my internet failed because we had a windstorm. You know, all of these things, they impact your mental health and your ability to get through the day. And it's okay. So 6:00 tonight on Rainier Avenue Radio through the resources that I just mentioned. And I implore everyone, call in 206-290-9685. We'll get that number. Get in on the chat and share what's going on with you. I guarantee you're not alone.
Absolutely.
There it is. Tony B, Rainier Avenue Radio. Thank you for taking time this morning to tell us about such an important event. We'll make sure and put the links in our comments as well. People can check it out at 6 p.m. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Hey, thank you. Love y'all. Keep up the phenomenal work. We care and we notice. You are appreciated.
You as well.
Thank you, Tony. It's Tony B,
man.
Dean of the class.
You know what? And the great thing about it, I love what he said, just in terms of, so many people that are really working for reform in their cities and their communities, to see what happened in the Capitol, and no real recourse. I mean, people have been just like you on the front lines, eating gas and rubber bullets, and it does take a mental toll. So I'm glad that they're hosting this. It's very needed right now.
Yeah, I mean, mental health is big, and what he said was true, though, in the sense that it didn't take long after everything broke down at the Capitol and started blaming black folks.
Right.
It's like, well, so
I'm glad we can laugh it off, but we know people out there that takes a toll, because again, when you're just fighting for what for equity, for folks to recognize that you matter, for your government to actually acknowledge that the fact that this country was built on the backs of slavery and all of these things, it's not happened. So I love that he said that, because you're absolutely right. That took a mental toll on me personally, to be like, we're out here just trying to press for some equity, and here we are getting now demonized while these people are completely, doing a coup on the Capitol, and they want to sit here and compare us. It was disheartening. To be honest, it was like, wow, this is how some of the folks in this country see the movement of just saying that Black Lives Matter. So I just have to say, he hit the nail on the head there for me.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of willful ignorance in our country. I mean, people who just choose to be ignorant. And if people don't know by now that the phrase Black Lives Matter, which is bringing awareness to the value of Black lives, and Black Lives Matter, a political organization, two different things. And, it's real interesting. I